Hello, this is Edward Earl, CEO of Growth Team, here with Rasmussen Gas Logs and Grills in Tulare, and I'm here with Russ at the show.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Coming out to the show, and I just wanted to have a little interview with you and talk to you about your guys' organization.
Okay.
Give us an idea of who you are and what you do, and then how it all got started.
Sure. My name is Russ Slezak. I'm with the Cozy Fireplace of Warrenville. We're a franchisee. There's 5 Cozy locations. We're in the town of Warrenville, Illinois.
Right.
I own the store independently with my business partner, Fritz Glass Jr. We've been friends and co-workers for about 20 years. We have over 60 years of combined experience, so we're kind of lifelongers doing this. Built the store from our ground up in '06, and we have over 40 functioning displays in our showroom.
Wow, you guys have got quite a setup comparative to most organizations that are out there.
Absolutely, yeah. I want to have a lot of functioning displays. Really important for consumers to come in, see the variety of products, and actually experience what they're about, and actually see what they look like burning.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I've watched the shift, especially as the economy has shrunk a little bit and your guys' industry being so competitive. I've watched a lot of the product sales seemingly go online, which seems counterintuitive. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it is. I mean, obviously a lot of people on the negative side, drawn in by price, I think. On the positive side, I think it introduces consumers to our types of products.
Right.
But it's an ever-growing, changing business, a lot of technical changes. Obviously what we can provide is the ability for a consumer to come into the showroom, see the functioning displays. We've got years of experience, highly specialized, so this is all we do.
Right.
So our showroom is filled with those kinds of products. We keep up with the latest trends and technologies, so I think it's very important for us to have that competitive advantage.
Yeah, it's been kind of interesting to watch a lot of industries go that route. You're right, there are some benefits to the web in that it does expose to a lot broader marketplace, your guys' types of products and services, or anybody's for that matter. But at the same time, like you said, getting in and seeing what those things are and what they look like, what they can actually do. I think when people don't experience that with an organization like yours, you start to see almost a narrow-minded approach to any product or service. You see a couple things that you go with, but you're not quite sure if you want to take that next step, something that would really be a lot more customizable or beautify the home or whatever it is that you want, because you're not really in there looking at it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so much technical expertise out there, and in our industry you're talking about installation.
Right.
We're talking about the safety of someone's home, so something that someone really needs to know what they're talking about. We have NFI certified technicians and installers with years and years of experience. We offer a consumer the whole package. We can take them through design, picking their product selections out, take them through installation. We do offer complete installation. We do complete service work, so we can provide things that consumers just aren't going to get from a lot of other people.
Right, add a level of expertise they probably just can't find anywhere else.
Absolutely, and as I said, it's all we do. So we've got huge selection of fireplace accessories, you know, all the wood stoves, gas stoves, inserts, mantles, gas grills. So many things that you can see, so many displays that change from year to year. It's a great way to get consumers to come back in again, really providing a service for the community.
Well, in your industry, that's the only way to do this business correctly.
Absolutely.
So you look at the competitive environment. I've worked with 70,000+ organizations worldwide, and the interesting thing is I've seen just about every kind of business and industry under the sun. This is one of the most hyper-competitive businesses, I think, industries I've ever seen.
Sure.
And even walking around the show, there's so many copycats and then so many Me Too's and knockoffs. It doesn't take very long for anybody in this industry, a manufacturer especially, to get a product out and within 9-10 months have a whole bunch of other contingencies coming out after them.
No doubt about it. I mean, you know, Solaire is a great example of a company with, you know, there are a lot of grill companies that have top quality products, lifetime warranties like Solaire, but the technology, the way they built this grill from the ground up to be an infrared grill compared to what you'd see at a big box store, their excuse for infrared technology, for instance. So again, the ability to have it on the showroom, be able to display it, be able to turn it on, let people experience what it's about. And then top of the line American-made companies too. So companies that we're dealing with are all top in the field. They care about what they sell. They care about their consumers. There's accountability, which is so big in this industry.
Right.
A lot of consumers that buy things from online or from big box stores, you know, from year to year, they don't even know what you bought. There's no service. There's no way to get things taken care of. And hopefully, we've got products that are going to be in people's homes for a long, long time, really increasing the quality of life. It's really important.
It seems like that seems to be an anchor as to the way the industry is generally run. When I talk to a lot of dealers and retailers, the understanding of that this industry is run on integrity, honesty, relationships, those values that were talked about 50, 100 years ago in business that we don't seem to hear as much today. Those business ethics and morals that really go hand in hand, but your guys' industry is really run by that.
Well, and absolutely, we're in people's homes. If we install a fireplace or something, it's going to be in their homes for years. It can be the main heart of the home. Certainly, we want to be proud of what we put our names on. We want to be proud of the manufacturers we're selling, and we want those manufacturers to take care of issues if they come up, and that's huge in what we do. Anybody could buy a fireplace accessory online, maybe not too big a deal, but when it comes to fireplaces, stoves, inserts, not just what we're selling, but the safety, the function, making sure people are buying the right products for the right reasons, extremely important.
What do you say to people that just look at the bottom line numbers? I know we have a huge kind of Asian contingency that's coming into the industry, not necessarily good or bad or otherwise, but I know that there's quality differences in the way that things are approached versus kind of the way that the Rasmussens do things across the board. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that are looking at that going, well, that stuff is less expensive. I might be able to get more margin, I may not. What do you say to stuff like that?
Well, it depends. I mean, if someone's looking for something quite inexpensive, a tool set or something like that, and they're only going to put it on display, some things really aren't going to be as important. But for the bulk of what we do, Rasmussen's a fantastic example. I've been selling Rasmussen gas logs for 30 years. Lifetime warranty on a log set. So a consumer that buys something like that, you can really get behind saying this manufacturer wants you to be happy with this purchase for the life. If you buy from a big box store online, there's going to be none of that accountability. If you try to get something serviced with a manufacturer that comes and goes, and a lot of these fly-by-night companies do, these websites come and go, I don't know that that's a way to, to be comfortable with that kind of a purchase, a long-term purchase. We're selling a lifestyle, we're selling comfort, we're selling value, especially in our industry now, offering ways for people to save money, things that they can use and use a lot. I think it's really important that they're buying good quality products from dealers that know what they're talking.
No, but it really is, in this kind of an economy or in this industry, to have 5 locations is a tremendous feather in your guys' cap. How do you maintain that against all the competition?
We're independently owned stores, so my business partner and I own 1 location, and Greg Hopkins owns 4 of them. But part of the reason we do that is it certainly gives us buying power, so we can be competitive. It allows us to maybe carry some lines exclusively that other competitors may not be able to carry, which helps us quite a lot also. Advertising, and I think just giving people more locations with that kind of thing. Although we do have our own installers, we are independently owned, but it's nice to have that kind of backing and the ability to be able to do those kinds of things.
We talked about this a little bit, but maybe elaborate more. There's so many people at the show that are vying for your business, and you've been a Rasmussen dealer for 30 years. Why stay here?
Again, in this case, the distribution channel is nice, so I can get product real well. They're very attentive to any of the issues, taking care of warranties, and for me that's important. American-made products that I can sell to a customer and know that if something goes wrong, it's going to be taken care of. To me, that's very important from a confidence standpoint, because again, it is my name out there, and if a consumer is going to buy something from me, I want them to know that it can be taken care of. And that's really, really important because, again, these products can be in people's homes for many, many years.
Yeah, I know it's interesting. In one of the books that I wrote and published called Only the Brands Will Survive, we talk about the critical nature of brands and how it went from being with the Fortune 500 organizations, and now that concept is affecting every business, not only the small businesses, but the Soho businesses. And in your guys' industry, Rasmussen is one of the only organizations I've ever seen that is concerned about the business development and the brand development and protection of their dealers and retailers, because it is critical, and that comes from not only the products and the way that they make them, but how they back everything up.
Absolutely. I couldn't say it better. I mean, that's absolutely one of the reasons that we stay with them. So
they've got to back up your reputation.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be critical. And I know that when I've been in the shop and watched these guys, when they just sit down with the design, they are thinking about, they are the epitome of customer centricity. That's what they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything that they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
That's interesting. So you give advice to other people that maybe are not in your competitive area, success in your industry, what are the keys to that?
Well, again, I think you do have to have a showroom with functioning displays. I think you kind of have to look at your store with fresh eyes, make sure you're trying to keep up. A lot of changes. We are in the fashion industry, so a lot of changes in the industry. Certainly have to keep up on the technological aspect of it.
Right.
I think it's important to have certified installers so that we can take care of problems, install properly. And like I said, it's important for us to take people through that whole process, to have them come into the showroom, even start with design, take them through the huge variety of products, ever growing, and then be able to install it with confidence and something that they're going to be proud of, that we can be proud of. That's really unique, and that's something that they're not going to get online. That's something they're not going to get at a big box store. This is all we do. So we have many national manufacturers to take care of a hearth store the way we are.
You know, it's interesting. You made a comment that I thought was interesting in that your business really is multifaceted. You do have that mechanical nuts and bolts installation side. You do have the retail side, but you made a comment that said you're part of the fashion industry.
Absolutely.
Explain that to me, and then do you think that most people in this industry actually recognize that?
You know, I don't know consciously if they do, but with such a change in terms of linear fireplaces and contemporary looks and out-of-the-box thinking, and certainly I think in this last 10 years, the changes we've seen, in particular the gas end of the business, absolutely it's something that's doing that, is creating that situation. Not to mention finishes and styles. We're seeing, polished brass finish, something that for the 20 years I was in business was the #1 finish. You haven't seen that in 10 years. So colors are changing, earth tones. So we're putting accessories in the home that can really complement people's looks. New facing materials in stone and the variety of granites and marbles. So there can be a lot to look at when you're especially purchasing a new fireplace from the ground up. So there's a lot of different decisions to make, and I think we have to be kind of conscious of what's going on there.
It's not really just when just talking about fireplaces, it's not just a fireplace anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of things to consider, especially when you do full complete installation. So there's a lot of different things you have to look at. So I think it's important for us to kind of keep up on that and to change accordingly as we see the industry going.
So where do you see your organization 5 years from now?
You know, we're in the town of Warrenville. I live in the town of Warrenville. My business partner and I have been in this industry in this area. We know our territory real well. We're involved in the community. I'd like to stay in Warrenville. I'd certainly like to see business continue to grow. I'd like to be able to help people out and take pride in the fact that I can see these people time and time again. They come in and visit with referrals and things like that, and know that I've done something to improve the quality of their lives. It's important to me, and I think that's where we'd like to be, just continue to grow in our location.
Interesting. Any advice you'd give to customers that are looking at buying things that you sell?
You know, absolutely. I think it is important to see the variety of products out there, to have someone be able to educate them as to what the advantages, disadvantages are, really trying to help them make those great decisions for themselves, for their needs, to be able to show them what these products look like, and to be able to install them and service them and have that confidence to tell them that what we put in for them, we're going to stand behind it. We've got manufacturers that are top-of-the-line American manufacturers that are going to stand behind it as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, appreciate you being on the show. Thanks so much. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.